Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Dawn. Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh. We said we were going to do this for a year, Consultant Confident, and it is week number 44. You know what? School is never out for the pros. So if you are
Nope.
watching this, congratulations. Thank you from the bottom of our very grateful hearts. And we hope that you take away nuggets of wisdom. And remember, you might be watching this in our unit group, but you can find us on our YouTube channel that all these trainings, all 44 are going to be in there. So I think some are longer, some are shorter, some are, it's kind of fun.
Yes. And
all
Bonnie,
right.
This is a two-phased week because we're talking about events. And then I think it's one of those things that as consultants, it's kind of like learning and earning. If you're going to go to something, why not bring somebody with you on your shoulder? Because then you can learn and earn at the same time. And that's, I think how once you make the decision, then like finding guests and things like that, it's almost like we could talk about that, but I just think it's one of those things where once you say you're not going somewhere without a guest, it kind of just starts to happen because that energy flows.
It's a habit.
Yes.
And
so
that's
Bonnie,
always great.
What do we offer weekly for our consultants for learning purposes and earning purposes?
Well, every week, generally speaking, I know Dawn does and I do, we have a success meeting that is used for, it could bring, sometimes it's a guest event, sometimes it's for consultant training. We do a little recognition. We try to get a lot done in 1 hour. And you know, pre-COVID, they were always in person. We didn't even know the virtual world existed. Now we do, I know we both do a little bit of both. We both do a little bit of in-person and we both do a little bit of Zoom.
Yes.
And the advantage, of course, of Zoom is years ago we had to find adopted directors, somebody that could take care of our consultants who are out of town. And now our consultants can hop on and they can meet us personally, be trained by us personally, meet the sister consultants. And it's just, it has been a really, really, I think a really helpful tool for us to be able to do
Exactly. Exactly. And then we do a skin sesh. And Skin Sesh is every Tuesday night at 7:30 Central Standard Time. And it's an hour. It's a half hour. And we talk about a skincare product. We talk about nighttime routines. We talk about supplements. We talk about the differences between masking, exfoliation, peels, and how and why to do that stuff. And really, I think it's great that we even address sometimes people's like skincare, like they could be having an acne issue or a breakout, things like that. So, I mean, it's really nice because it's not streamed anywhere. So it's very private. You know, you can come, you know, in your pajamas, you know, I mean, it's not, okay, I'm not saying we're laying around in our pajamas, but I mean, it's definitely a casual event.
Yeah. And it's, I think the value of it, well, if you hand out samples or you mail somebody samples, it's a place where people can come together. We find out, we'll customize it. We find out like, oh, Dawn, what's samples do you have there? And we find out what samples they have. We all do skincare. We all wash our faces unless that somebody doesn't want to, they don't have to, or don't, if they don't have products. But then so it's a great place to invite people and follow up to have them there. The other thing it does is when a consultant or a customer says, well, I'm experiencing this, it helps you as a consultant to learn how to overcome that and what products would be best to be used for that. So we have, I mean, between Dawn and I, we have like 75 years of skincare experience. And not to mention even the people that get on, but it is a great way for us to talk about the products and ingredients and routines.
Yes. And that's what's fun. I mean, and it's a very simple, there's not a pressure sales or anything like that. We don't do a heavy close in any way, shape, or form. Usually we say, all right, see you night, good night. And it's the consultant's opportunity to follow up and stuff like that. But it's just one of those nice things where if you don't want to get out and about and you want to tackle the virtual world of just inviting guests, either with or without samples, Tuesday nights at 7:30 Central Standard Time is a gig that you can take advantage of.
Well, the other thing, and I'm just going to throw this in there, if you talk to somebody who has a super busy schedule and she is interested in being a consultant and she's like, I don't know where I would fit this in or how I would do this, you could give out sample packets every single week, say, hop on, this is what we do. And you could work on Tuesday nights and you could build a really nice little business just on Tuesday nights.
That's it. And so that's, Bonnie, where are we going in a few weeks?
We are going to seminar. So once a year, there is a gathering in Dallas. And I just, there is just, I think every woman should have the opportunity to go to seminar because it is just, it's an experience. And if you've been there, and as a matter of fact, Linda in our unit who went last year, she said she's in the legal world and in the teaching kind of world. And she's like, it's not like any seminar you've ever attended.
No,
there's nothing like it. She said, I love that I could feel the culture of Mary Kay and what it's about. And that's something that you can't catch just by, you can catch it, but you can't really see it. So when we go to seminar this year, we're going in July. And if you are a consultant in our unit, you're like, if you've been thinking like, I don't know, I always wanted to go, or maybe I should, you know what, just do it because it's a great experience. You'll never be sorry you did it. I don't think you would. But the first day we get there, well, not the first day, but the next morning we have an expo. And the expo is filled with vendors of Mary Kay, and MK Connections and the scientists. And it'll have, because we're coming into the holiday season, it'll have gifty ideas. It'll have some of the Star Consultant prizes. It's like a big room. A big venue that has fabulous different learning. You can take little classes. I mean, it's just really great. You can take pictures, photo ops. It's just really a great thing. We also are touring every other year. And this year, because of the 60th anniversary, we are touring Mary Kay's office. And that is an experience all in itself. Last time we went there, we had lunch in the cafe and the staff they're the ones that lead us around, and it's just wonderful. And then seminar itself is probably a cross between, it's great education, but it's like a Broadway production that's going on. Like all of a sudden you're sitting and there's this grandiose opening and you're like, is it really Wednesday morning or Thursday morning? It's like, what? And it's like almost like the Miss America pageant.
I was going to say Miss America with training and inspiration, motivation, and really, Bonnie, I think what it is, it's your pink bubble. It's your time where you are away from all of those things that might get into your mind to say you can't do this. But while you sit there out loud, you can't say this is where I'm going to be next year, and that's why you need to be there because nobody can set you on stage but you. So
you see the stage. You can take pictures in cars. It's cool. It's cool. It's fun.
Yep. And there's a new Mary Kay consultant car out there. So it'll be nice that it'll be right in the expo. So you can go and have your picture taken next to it. So that's kind of cool.
I guess it's a big room if there's 3 vehicles and all those things, right? It's fun. I can't wait.
And then Bonnie, usually you go to a fall retreat, don't you?
I do. And that's in October. And that is casual. And it is like, it is a retreat. It is like, it's learning, it's some recognition, it's inspirational. We wear, you might wear black pants and the shirt. We all have matching shirts and like a t-shirt, like a Raglan shirt we had the last couple of years. And it's just, we have a dance party on Saturday night with a theme usually. And It's just always, it's much more intimate. There's
Yes.
probably one director for every two consultants. So
Yes.
while seminar is big and grandiose, the fall retreat is one-on-one time with somebody. You can say, Dawn, you know what? How did you build your business around a special needs child? How did you
Yep.
do that?
Mhm.
How did
Yep.
you do it while working full time? How did you
Yep.
do this? So it's a time that's much more intimate to ask. And that is, I would have to look, but I think it's it's the 15th, 14th, 16th, somewhere in that area that we're going. And
Yes.
Dawn doesn't go to the fall retreat, but she has one in January that she attends.
Yes.
It's very
Yes.
similar. Tell us about
And
it.
it's for that, it's in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, and it is a Saturday to a Sunday. So it's like 28 hours, but it is action packed. Sometimes there's somebody from the company there, so you get to hear secrets. And really, what it's about is it's again, um, January is great because it's the holidays are done, and then there's a skincare push of everybody wants to take care of them and themselves, and so you just get filled up with, okay, let's learn it and go and do it, and that's what we love about it. So,
Mhm.
yep,
Ours, the
yep,
one I'm talking about, is in Green Lake, Wisconsin. And if people are from out of town, they fly in, they come to it.
yep,
They'll make the
yep,
trip to come to it because it's really great thing. And ours starts Friday night, like about 7 o'clock, and then goes until Sunday. And I have to say, you might be thinking, I'm just going to throw this in there because you might be thinking, like, where does everybody sleep? How much does this cost? Like what's happening? But you know what the cool thing is that when you share a room with, two, three other
yep,
people, one, two, three, however many you want in your room, it's there's so much learning that goes on in our pajamas.
yes,
Or when you're getting ready, it's like, oh, you see other people's palettes of how
yep,
they have things together and what colors they wear. And, oh, do you like that? Oh, I never tried that. And it's amazing how much learning happens in pajamas and how much girlfriend time. And, I think that is such a perk of Mary Kay, is that
yes,
girlfriend time.
yes.
Mhm.
And some of it is that might be the only time that you just really, I mean, in an everyday world, we hustle and bustle every day. So just to have that downtime where you go and you just say, I'm going to learn. And if you set like intentions of what you want to learn at these events, you don't have to learn 10 things. You can learn one or two things that might be the just like the strategy that you needed to really
Mhm.
change your business. And I know that there were, we used to go to Moore's, and there were career conferences, Mary Kay's event in the
Mhm.
spring. That too, that's like a 24-hour event. And, that's usually in Madison, Wisconsin. So we'll see next year if that's back. But it's one of those things where I know that there have been events where I've
Mhm.
heard top third directors speak and say, it was like she was speaking right to me.
Mhm. It's kind of crazy.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
really looking for something. And they always say when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So
Yes.
sometimes those are the events that you just click with someone.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And then Bonnie, when you're going like as I don't know if you have to be a new consultant whenever. Why do we always tell consultants that um bring a guest?
Oh, Mary Kay said to bring a guest. So whether you're going to a party, a Mary Kay party, if you have somebody that's thinking about Mary Kay
Mhm.
as a business for herself, it's a great place for her to watch you and be your assistant. So Mary
Yes.
Kay always said, never go
Yep.
to an appointment by yourself. So that's one place. And the other is when we have meetings, either virtually, because you can have people from anywhere, or in person, to bring guests along, because one, you make money. It's not just, if you're talking weekly plan sheet, it's not
Mhm.
just pink time, it's green time. You're
Yep.
making money, and you really learn. And you know what I find, I still remember this from like my very beginning. I took a friend of mine along to a meeting, and she for a long time. She was using something else, and then she started using Mary Kay. And she'd always ask me about the people that were at the meeting, and she'd ask me, how I was doing. She just understood my business. And I just remember when that happened for the very first time, it was like, ooh, I see the value of doing this.
Yep.
So
And Bonnie,
go ahead.
We used to pick our guests up and drive with them, pick them up, because that way you were more likely to see them there. And it was during that car time that you could ask them, how's it going? How's work? How's Billy Joe? How's
You got to
Johnny
know
Joe?
them.
Yeah. And then I don't know, it just seemed to be more personal. And it was just the more time you spent with them, the better it would be. Does that make sense? So
yeah, it really was that girl time that was so nice. And I think in a world of rush, it's kind of nice to have that.
Yes.
That girly time. Well, Dawn, if it's okay with you, I would love to just share the 4 I's of inviting guests.
Yes.
So, and I will post this on our unit groups, so you can get this. So there are 4 I's to inviting guests. 1 is invite. I know, excitement will sell it. So just simply inviting. If you said to someone, oh, would you like to come on to my meeting? She's going to probably be like, oh, that sounds boring. But if you were like, oh my gosh, we're showing new colors, or I'd love to have you as my guest, or I can't wait to, we're doing this, and invite them, your excitement will sell. So, and what you might say is like, on Monday, we're having a special workshop or a fun glamour night, and I'm able to bring along some of my sharpest customers. And I immediately thought of you because I know you'd have a great time, as we always have fun. Is there any reason why you couldn't be my guest? Okay. Second I, inform. Inform time, place, what to wear, if you'll be picking her up, what to expect, but not too many details. So the time, the place, what to wear, if you'll be picking her up, if you're going to meet her there, tell her details. And I'm going to just go, when I put in there what to wear, I remember I invited a friend of mine acquaintance of mine, and I invited her to a career breakfast at the Wisconsin Club, which is a very, very nice private club. And she came in jeans because I did not tell her what to wear. And she looked at me, we always feel funny telling somebody like what to wear, but she looked at me and she said, why didn't you tell me people were going to be dressed up? And I was like, oh, and I never again did that. So I just say something like, it starts at 7. I'll swing by at 6:30 and pick you up, or I'll meet you there at 6:30 so we can get set up. Most of us will be wearing dresses, but you are welcome to wear whatever you feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
Just so thrilled that you're coming.
And now, okay. And Bonnie, we are predisposed. We just wear a skirted or a dress. And I know it's one of those things where Mary Kay she didn't ask much of us, but some of it is, I think when you are dressed, you can never take back a first impression. And if somebody comes dressed better than you, yeah. So that's all I'm going to say. Next one.
Right. Okay, next I is involve. What's in it for her? So you might want to, I remember that I used to say things like, I was going to bring her a sample of something or a little product. And I'd say, Dawn, do you like more glamour products, or do you like more skincare products? And ask her a choice. Do you like a pearly lip gloss, or do you like more of a neutral lip gloss? And then she's going, oh, okay.
Yep.
She asked me what I like. So involve her. And then inspect is the last I for. Don't call her don't call to say, just checking to see if you're coming, but something else. It gives her, so you can call her and you can say, so I just wanted to, that would be a way to inspect, is just calling her and saying, I'm just going through my things of what to bring you. Would you like this for a gift, or would you like this? So it's a reason to say, are you coming, without calling to say, hey, just checking to see if you're coming. If you call to say, I'm just checking to see if you're coming, you have a chance that they say, no, something came up.
And sometimes I'll say, do you need directions? Or do you, or
oh, that's good.
Sometimes I'll say, once you come in, we're upstairs to the left, or come in down the hallway, and then I'll be at the registration table. So just that way she feels comfortable, because some people don't feel comfortable going into new places. So yes. Yes.
Yeah. And I think to build up the excitement, like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for my friend, I've been telling my friend Dawn about you. I can't wait for her to meet you. Not, I can't wait for you to meet my friend Dawn, but or my director. I can't wait for them to meet you. Build her up.
Yep. So yeah. I just think, events and getting people really are the heart of our business, because if they're exposed to our product, it gets that whole nother level of getting to know the company, the heart, and what we do. Because at a Mary Kay appointment, you can't do everything, but yet it's nice. And, sometimes you're not like that person. Like, when I started, I didn't have children. So if I brought a mom, then at the meeting, I would say, oh, Susie Q, meet Betsy Lou. She's got 2 kids just like you. Or, and it just helps to build that camaraderie of, oh, there is somebody in this business that is like me. So,
right.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. I love guests. I love events. I love people. I think they're fun.
Yes.
So
I just think, and an event is not the director who's putting it on. It's the whole unit. And we need you with or without, because there are times where there are lots of people there, and there are times where no one's there. And so when there's no one there, you have your director to pick their brains. So why not come and help and make it part of being part of it, not just coming and going to an event, but being part of the event. So,
I just want to throw in there, I always remember Mary Kay saying, if you had a bad week, you need us.
yes.
And if you had a good week, we need you.
Yep.
Because we are a team, and you're not going to have a stellar week every single week. And some weeks you're going to be like, I don't feel like going. And then you go, and you're so happy you did. Or somebody relates to you, or Dawn's thinking, I'm going to introduce my guest to you because you're just like her. So people count on us being there. We're a team, and that really works together.
No, it all works together.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Until next week.
Until next week. Bye, everyone.